Today on Corny Camp Skills, we're going to learn how to filter water. Okay? Xavier.
Yes.
You're going to learn how to filter water.
Huzzah.
Okay, so there's different types of filters. So today I've got a filter. There's two, so there's a filter and a purifier. A filter filters out the water, a purifier purifies it. You know the difference? No. Okay. So the thing is that there's bacteria and viruses. Which ones are big and which ones are small?
Viruses are big.
Viruses are...
Wait, no, it's bacteria.
Bacteria is big. Bacteria is big and viruses are small.
I took biology!
So a filter... Language. Watch your language. So a filter will filter out the big stuff. The big stuff is... Bacteria. It won't filter out viruses. Okay? But here in Canada, in lakes like this, and places like this, and fast-moving water, there's not a huge problem for viruses. It's mostly bacteria. You know what the worst bacteria you're going to run into is?
I had an idea, but I think that's a virus, E. coli.
We don't usually run into that here, no, but Giardia.
Oh yes, I know about that.
You know what the slang for Giardia is?
Beaver fever.
Beaver fever, you're right. Okay, so here, this is a filter. There's different markets out there. You know, this is an older one. It's made by Pure. Pure doesn't exist anymore. I think it has become Katadyn. And MSR makes some too and all that. Okay, so there's some with hand pumps on the side. This one's got a pump on the top. So the filter itself is in the middle here. This is the cartridge on the outside. And the actual filter's in there, and you can exchange it. You can, I can't unscrew it. But you unscrew these and they come out, and you can screw a new filter in when you need it. And it says right on there, in and out. Okay, so you got two hoses. So you put one hose on the nipple there, You put another hose on the nipple there. Then you have an adapter, so you can put it in your water bottle. So hang on your water bottle. So that's a wide mouth Nalgene bottle. So we can put, as soon as I get this in, that's the in. So we've got this little here that keeps rocks and sand from getting into our tube, so it doesn't clog it. The in, and then on the outside, the out portion of it, we put this one. So it's an adapter. So you don't need this adapter. You can run your hose and just that, but that sits on top there like that.
Oh, perfect fit.
Yeah, exactly. But to start, let's unplug that for now, because what we're going to do is we're going to run it. So you got to do this with all your filters or your filter or purifier. Okay. So when you haven't used it in a little while, what you want to do is run some water through it. So if there's any yucky stuff inside of it, it'll actually run through. So come on out here. There's that. Hold that. And I'm going to pump some water through it. So just. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to hold it down that low. So you just pump. There we go. And you want to pump about 1 liter of water through that. Hold it sideways so it doesn't get everything wet.
It's more entertaining like this.
Yeah, I know.
Do-it-yourself fountain.
Très droll. Very droll. So you can do this in lakes, streams, rivers. Fast-moving rivers is better. Of course, always be careful where you get your water. When it's really hot in the summertime and water doesn't move, it becomes stagnant and you can get some algae blooms. So I wouldn't pump my water through an algae bloom. And if you're in a swamp, yeah, wait till you get into a nice clear lake. But this is a nice clear lake. I wouldn't do it in a swamp, like stinky swamp. Okay, that's good enough. We've run it through. So put it on there.
I think I got it on.
You got it on?
Yep.
Okay, we'll just hold the bottle and we'll see how long. Okay, let's see. I got my watch, and at 0 on my watch, we're going to start to pump, and we'll see how long it takes to fill up 1 liter. And go. Montage. French word, isn't it? Montage?
Montage.
Cue the music!
Is it gonna be a recurring joke now?
Why not? So he can speed this up. Have some music playing while it's going. And cut. That took 1 minute. Took a minute to do a liter.
I will now take
That's pretty
this
fast.
out. Okay, I will now take the tube out.
Okay. Take the whole thing off.
Oh.
Because we're just, be careful not to spill it. You're going to get yourself wet. There you go. Okay.
Oh, I hope I won't get wet in this lake I'm standing in.
Just close the top. Okay, so remember guys, viruses and bacteria, a filter will only do bacteria, won't do viruses, and it depends where you go in the world. Like in Canada here, our water's not too bad, so, you know, bacteria is the most thing we're worried about. But if you're going Africa or other developing countries like that, I would take something that would filter your water, or purify your water. Or what you can do is use purifying tablets, little tablets you could buy that'll kill any bugs that are in your water, and then filter it. Or there's different things you can use, iodine, or you can even use bleach to kill any viruses that are in your water.
How much bleach would you?
That's it. You got to be careful with that with bleach. You know, stick to the pill. The pills are a lot better. Like, you know, if these little pills that you buy in outdoor stores, you put it in a 1 liter bottle of water, and you wait about 5 minutes, depending on how cold it is. The colder the water, the longer you got to wait, and it'll kill any viruses that you have in there. The filter will filter out. It'll make the water nice and clean.
Neat.
And that's it for today's Corny Camp Skills.
Can it filter pee?
We're doing this? Are we doing this?
Can it filter pee?
Can it filter pee? Yeah, but I wouldn't try.
Darn.
Oh, yeah, get me another one. Let's fill these up.
I asked a question because it just seemed funny.
Yes. It's good. That's what we got to do. We got to make these funny.
Can
Xavier. So here we go. Another episode of Corny Camp Skills. Done.
Okay, but Dad,
I also need to mention maintenance on your filter or purifier. So the dirtier your water, the more you're going to clog up your filter quicker. So if you're trying to get water out of something that has a lot of silt in it, so if it's murky looking water, darker looking water, it'll clog up your filter. So depending on the model and that, some come with a little cleaning tool and that, you'd have to clean your filter. So like I showed, you can unscrew this and it'll come out, and you can clean up the outside of it, brush it off, and spray it down, shake it in some water and that. And then some clean water. Use clean water when you're going to be cleaning your filter. Not the stuff you're trying to disinfect. And also, when you should follow the manufacturer's suggested for when to swap out your filter. Your filter will say it's good for, let's say, 10,000 liters or something. So read what's on the instructions on your filter and make sure you follow that. And also, when you're done with it, when you're done with your filter, make sure you get out as much water out of it as you can. So you unplug it and you pump it, let all the water out. And when you get back home, open it up, let it dry out, because you don't want yucky, skunky water sitting in there. So clean it out with a tap and that when you get home, and then let it dry out before you put it away. I think it's full.